In today's breaking story, Bill Barr's Epstein testimony just blew up in Donald Trump's face. That's right, this is the nightmare Trump will never wake up from. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, as I was saying, Trump is a complete disaster. Not only does he have to worry about his Epstein fallout, he has to worry about his economic fallout. Trump's economic policies are so bad that even Marjorie Taylor Greene is calling him out.
I don't think the American people will be happy about sending American troops with an Article 5 security agreement and promise to Ukraine. I don't think that's what the American people want. I think they want completely out of it because most Americans are looking at their daily lives. They're looking at their bills, their rent payments. Young people today can't buy a house. They're looking at health insurance, which is a complete scam and a ripoff. And they're going, okay, how much more is this going to cost me? We can't do this anymore. And we're broke. America's broke. We're $37 trillion in debt. And at some point, we have to start saying no to the rest of the world and just completely say, no, we can't. We've got to focus here. Or we're going to implode one day.
And this is exactly why Trump is desperately trying to rig the midterms in his favor.
Donald Trump can sign whatever the hell executive orders he wants to sign and make a show out of whatever he wants, but he can't change the Constitution with an executive order. And the Constitution gives the authority to set our election rules to the states. Let me remind you that it was just about 5 years ago that a bipartisan majority in the House and in the Senate passed mail-in voting. And during that time, millions of people have voted by mail. And we have had free and fair, safe and secure elections. Donald Trump has won some of those elections. He has lost some of those elections. Democrats have won some. Republicans have won some. For him to try and put more misinformation out there, to stoke more division and fear amongst people who want to exercise their constitutional right to pick the leaders in their communities and in their Commonwealth, that is just cynical and wrong.
But even among this falling out, Trump's Epstein scandal continues to grow.
So Democrats already forced the vote. Remember, none of these files would even be coming to the public or to the committee had Democrats actually not forced Republicans to release the files in a vote where we got bipartisan support. So this is only happening because we forced it. We're planning to do the same thing. If Republicans refuse to bring Alex Acosta in front of this committee, then we're going to need to force that vote. How is the one person that put together this deal for Jeffrey Epstein, that knows the case inside and backwards, that knows every single piece of those documents, that oversaw much of the case, is not testifying in front of us? That, to me, is something that's very concerning, first of all, and should create for us all this concern across the country.
And now Bill Barr's Epstein testimony just blew up in Donald Trump's face. That's right. Take a look at today's top story.
Republicans are in control. This is a Republican-led committee. It's the Oversight Committee, so Democrats maybe have a little more collaborative opportunities. That might be generous. But they hold all the cards. And ostensibly, this committee is designed as much to do political rehab to the Republican brand, which is now completely embroiled in a lack of faith at best and a burning political wildfire at worst. 81% of all Americans, according to Pew, think Donald Trump is hiding the files. 70% think Pam Bondi is hiding the files. People think that the speaker sent everybody home so that they wouldn't have to find any of the files or do anything to try to get their hands on them. Their first witness is Bill Barr, who, as Mike just articulated, was a hardcore Trump partisan, not just a conservative AG, but a Trump partisan the whole time, seemed to draw the line around repeating his lies around election fraud in 2020. Whatever he said, whether he cleared Trump, as Comer said he did, whether he didn't, as Democrats are, not releasing it only makes the fire burn hotter. Do you see anything that makes any sense to you?
So I want to follow up on something Andrew said, where he said, didn't seem like Bill Barr knew anything. We have information about this. In my former boss, SDNY U.S. Attorney Jeff Berman, he wrote a book in which he has a chapter on the Epstein case. And what Berman said in his book about Bill Barr's role in the Epstein case is, I never briefed Barr on the investigation. Said the charges they were seeking didn't require Main Justice approval, and he couldn't think of any way in which involving Barr would help. So he kept him out of the loop. He said if he had any concerns or objections, then we just didn't have to deal with him. Elsewhere in the book, he also says that he was worried that maybe Main Justice would not and Trump would not have preferred them, SDNY, to be pursuing this because Alex Acosta was the Secretary of Labor at the time and a rising star in the Republican Party. So this was a concern of SDNY's at the time. So they kept Barr at arm's length. He was never briefed on the investigation, which for a high-profile investigation like this is rare. And there's no reason to believe Barr himself reviewed the Epstein file. That's not what an attorney general does. It's a massive file. And Epstein died a month after he was indicted. So if Barr didn't review the file and he didn't get briefed on it, then Barr saying he did not see anything that might implicate Trump means nothing. That Barr can't clear Trump of anything. He's not in a position to do it. Who is in a position to clear Trump? If Trump has nothing to hide, Trump's DOJ can make available any mentions of Trump in the Epstein file. That could clear him if he has nothing to hide. Others who could clear him, if Trump has nothing to hide, congressional Republicans can call witnesses who actually know the facts. The prosecutors, U.S. Attorney Jeff Berman, line prosecutors. They can call victims. They can call people who actually know what happened if they actually wanted to get to the facts. And if he hadn't done anything, that would presumably clear him. But the fact that they are not doing that and the fact that they are not looking to get to the truth and they're just covering these stunts, that tells you it's really a cover-up and that DOJ and the congressional Republicans are helping Trump cover up the truth.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.